Alright guys, we're back to making lovers. Last time, well, with Saki, we ended up playing tennis, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Then there was a scene in between that was skipped for reasons. And that's basically all that happened. Then there was a little bit more of teasing going on at the end of the video. And nothing much. Now we're here. And apparently she's over. Yeah. So she's finally over to our place. Well, let's continue with the story. Saki-san, I washed the bathtub, so if you want to take a bath, you can fill it up now.
ありがとう。それじゃあ後で少し借りようかしら。でも私今日はシャワーでいいわ。
We're kicking back and relaxing after work like always. Lately I've been staying over at Saki-san's room all the time, so today I invited her to my room instead. Sorry, I know it's not as spacious as your room. It's pretty cramped up. Huh? Wow, she looks so cute.
そんなことないわよ。それに私、一度はこういう部屋に憧れていた時期があって。
Is that so? Saki lies down in front of me as she says that. She then starts rolling around like a cat. Not something I'd expect her to do. Wait, do I have a cat or something? Or hey, can I go to Nya with you?
いいわよ。ここはあなたの部屋なんだから好きにしたらいいじゃない。
Oh heck yeah. Go to Nya and whatever that is.
ちょっと。
That's classic. Classic. In the middle of the day, huh? Apparently. I mean, go to the end indeed. Nighttime. I did go from under her skirt.
そっちはダメよ。今日はもう営業時間は終了なの。
Well then. What, really? Psych. Time for a sneak attack.
ダメって言ってるでしょ。そんなに私のことを怒らせたい？
Oh no. Saki's insecurely strict when she's older. Oh, I see. That's why.
ほら、エッチしないならこっちに来てもいいから。
Okay, then I'll hug the stuffing out of you. I'll settle for that. I hug Saki-san tightly on my apartment floor. And this is heaven. Just hearing Saki-san's heartbeat up close like this is enough to blow away all my fatigue. You know, it's nice just to do nothing and roll around every now and then. I mean, it is after work, so it makes sense. Oh, you know what? That's why it's still daytime, because they have the early morning shift. I forgot about that. Not even early morning, it's like dawn. 3 in the morning to like probably 9 or something, so it makes sense. So they're basically done for the whole day. Really have to go to sleep early anyways. Wait, what? Oh, I think I just missed something. Hold on, log. Wait, by touching her? She says stuff? Hold on, that was... I was not expecting that. Hold on, really? Okay, I did not know that. I didn't know that she was interactive. Okay, I learned something new. I didn't know it was interactive. Did she say the same thing? Well, anyways, let's continue. You know, it's nice to... Yeah, you said that. You bet your ass I would. For some reason, she hugs me back even tighter. I'm always seeking her attention, but I think Saki-san just enjoys giving people her attention in general. What do you want for dinner? Want to go out, eat somewhere?
それもいいけれど、今日はこのままここに泊まりたいって言っちゃダメかしら。
Yeah, sure, no problem. If we have to stay, we'll stay, that's fine. I guess we'll cook something. Of course. I never say no to that, especially since you always let me stay at your place.
やった。実は以前からあなたの部屋を探検したかったの。男性の部屋なんて
There isn't much.
めったにお目にかかれないでしょ。
There really isn't much to see though. Explore, it's just a studio apartment. I know this is weird coming from me, but there isn't really anything here that you find fun.
ワクワクドキドキ。
Well, at least she's happy. Saki-san sits down in the middle of my room with her back straight. What now? She's expecting me to do something. If there's something you'd like me to give you, just say so.
出して。
Ain't no way. There is no way. What?
違うわ。
Oh, I see. Okay.
青いミク。
Who's that? Is that... It's like an anime or something? Saki-san is still hung on to that?
ちなみに直筆のサイン色紙または握手券の半券を見つけたらそれは浮気とみなします。
Oh. I've got nothing like that. I'm not addicted to... Sure.
本当？
Really?
絶対？
I swear to God. Oh no. You lied, didn't you? I don't get it. Why is Saki-san so jealous of this star? Question? What is it about Aoi Miku that has you so worried in the first place?
だって彼女は私たちが知り合う以前から
She
あなたの
was?
生活に接点があったわけでしょ？
She was? I don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, through that stuff. That's different.
それって過去の私が知らないあなたを知っている。
I doubt it. Because I don't think the main character ever met that girl. It was extremely one-sided.
いわば元彼女みたいなものじゃない。
No, that's an extreme. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. That's some effed up reasoning. I've never even met her. It's okay, Saki-san. There's nothing to worry about. In her eyes, in the eyes of men, porn stars are like fashion trends that get thrown out as season changes. Seasons change, my bad.
それはそれでひどい考えね。
That's how it usually works, I guess.
あなたにはこのミクちゃんに対する愛情ってものがないの？
What? Are you disappointed or jealous?
ねえ、ここのシャツ全部アイロンかけてもいいかしら？
Sure, just sure. Why not? Sure, that'll help a lot. Thank you.
任せて。
We're pretty bored since we have nothing to do here. Saki-san seems to enjoy herself just snooping around my room and finding things to help out with.
あら、このシャツボタン取れてるわ。つけてあげるわね。
Thank you. Oh, you can sew too? That's how you say it, right? Is it sew or sue? Sure. If you like, it's like you're perfect in every way.
ボタン付けくらい普通誰でもできるでしょ？
Yeah, that's something that everyone should know, by the way. But me personally, like I know how to do it, but it doesn't look as good as how you buy a shirt. Or if you ask someone that has more experience, they tend to do a better knot than me. Like if I were to sew a bun, it'd probably just last for like what, a week. Then it gets washed and it'll fall off or something. I'm sorry, but needless to say, good one. I'm bad at sewing. I think it's sewing. Yeah, I think that's what you say. It's not sew. Sew. I'm sure if I use a sewing machine, I break it in 5 seconds flat. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses after all. Sorry, I don't have any sewing needles or threads here.
大丈夫。それくらいなら私いつもバッグの中に入れてあるの。
Really? I heard people do that sometimes, just in case. She's not kidding. Saki-san has just taken out the sewing kit from her bag, and she's always carrying. Ever since she started folding my laundry, she's been admitting some powerful wife energy. Hey, Saki-san, you really look like a wife right now.
あら、いつの間に私と結婚してくれたの？
I guess we will at some point. Aren't we, or we're not supposed to? I mean, the game says making lovers. It doesn't say, yeah, what is it, like getting married or something? Oh, not that I'm aware of.
じゃあ私は一体誰の妻なのかしら？
Please stop. That way you're pointing the needle at me, smiling. Is freaky S crap.
はい、できた。他にボタンが取れてる服があったら遠慮なく言ってちょうだい。
Okay, thank you. Going on dates outside is nice, but lounging around inside isn't bad either.
そうね。あえて何もしない一日があってもいいのかもしれない。
True. I've noticed something recently. We've gotten to the point that where it doesn't really feel awkward when we're not doing it or even saying anything. That's become a crucial part in the relationship, I think. Pardon me?
もう甘えん坊なんだから。
I cling onto her from behind as she resumes the ironing. When I watch her doing housework up close, I can't help but imagine what married life would be like with her. Do you think it'd work out if we got married?
どうしたの？いきなりそんなこと言い出して。
I mean, we've been dating for like a month. I think that's what was mentioned in the previous episode, right? Or one of the previous episodes, I think. So it's been like a month, maybe 2. Yeah, because we had the anniversary things, which was a month anniversary, by the way. So yeah, so a little over a month. So I don't know. I don't know if you could make the decision that early. And also, people do get married right away, but other people take longer. And there's people that say that they'll get married, but they never do. Nothing had happened. I was just trying to imagine. I don't want anyone taking you away from me. So I was just thinking I should start seriously considering marriage.
ありがとう。でも私、あなた以外の人と付き合うつもりなんてないわよ。こうして仕事が終わった後、二人でゆっくりして。
Wait,
夜も一緒に寝て。
Wait, that's happened?
お風呂も一緒に入って。
Wow, I have missed some scenes already.
こんなにたくさんの時間をこれからも共有していったら。
So we should make it official then? Is that what it is?
あなたから離れる自信なんてないもの。
Saki-san, her hand stops.
ごめんね。私からこんな話するなんてちょっと重いって思わない？
Not at all. In fact, I'm glad. I want to spend maybe more time with you, if that's okay with you. I can't even imagine of life without her anymore. In fact, it makes me wonder how other couples end up breaking up. Hey, Saki-san, if we ever got married, how many kids do you want?
子供？そうね。
What if we had 4 kids who were just like me and they all looked and acted just like me?
それはなんだかその母親としてはすごく難易度が上がりそうね。
Excuse you, they could all be good, low maintenance kids for all you know. Okay, in that case, Saki-san, allow me to conduct a maternal aptitude test.
何それ。
Level 1, first year of life. Wow.
あらあら、どうしたの？怖い夢でも見た？
That's one way to act it out, I guess. Breakfast Yeah, I almost said breakfast. Breastfeed me, please.
随分とはっきり喋る0歳児なのね。
Mama Saki needs more love. Level 2, 5-year-old. Why are you still crying at 5-year-old?
あらあら困った子ね。5歳なのにまだおぎゃーなの？
Yeah, that's a good point. Never grew up. What is wrong with you?
5歳から欲望に忠実なのね。猿って呼んでもいい？
Mama Saki needs to use gentle words with her son. Level 3, 9-year-old. Again, you're crying?
あなたそれもう言語障害よ。大丈夫？学校で何かあったの？
I wanted to be a YouTuber, so I filmed a prank video where I dropkicked people passing it by the station. And then I got arrested. YouTuber? What is that?
あらそう。そんな子うちの子じゃないわ。そのままどこへなりとも消えてちょうだい。
Actually, that's actually what happens. Classic. Amasaki abandons her 9-year-old son. Level 4. 20. What? 20-year-old son? You're still crying.
おぎゃーじゃないでしょ。あなたこのまま続けたら首絞めるわよ。
Well, well, well. Wait, she's actually doing it. Mommy, please, no violence. You're tearing my this family apart.
だいたいおぎゃーはいいとして28歳なんでしょ。仕事は？
Probably not. I snag up a job as a garbage man through Hello Work, but then I play hooky on my first day.
つまり無職ってこと？
Classic. Basically, yes.
なんで私の息子は無職で最後までおぎゃーなの？
Sometimes that happens in real life, by the way. More than you think. Sadly. Oh boy. That's how kids roll these days. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sadly. Unfortunately. Alright, Saki-san, allow me to announce your maternal aptitude. Your mommy rank is Z.
Z？ ずいぶんと低いのね。これってまさかランク外？
I mean, here's the thing, you cannot really rank her because she's not a mother. She would have to be a mother to be ranked. She's not a mother, so she wouldn't fit that. From these simulations, I have felt not a single shred of maternal love from you. You look at your children coldly, abandon him, and resorted to domestic violence. Not even I can overlook such serious infractions.
悪いけど、私子供にはちゃんと小さな頃からしっかりと教育するからそのつもりで。
I mean, that is a good point. Then again, the things that he was saying were so out of the question. Yeah, the first one kind of made sense because usually when babies are crying, it's because they want something. So it's either food, which is, you know, getting breastfed. That made sense. Or it's because they need to be changed. That's when babies cry, because they want attention for something. Either they're hungry or because they feel uncomfortable after, you know, soiling themselves, I guess. Yeah. So the first one, I understand. The rest of them were kinda pathetic, in my opinion. So really bad examples.
幼稚園の先生にセクハラして喜んだり、28歳にもなって無職なのは母親としてきっと厳しく指導すると思うわ。
That's a good point. Whoa, she's smiling, but I'm pretty sure she's not joking. Okay, should I take that as a declaration that you'll be a strict mother then?
別に教育ママってほどじゃ、多分普通の教育を当たり前のようにするだけよ。
Sorry, Saki-san, but that racing green strike dogma has been ruining the mental health of kids these days. Are you sure about that? I think it's the other way around, but whatever. I think there needs to be a balance. What exactly do you mean by right?
そ ずは体の免疫力が整う4歳までは衛生面に気をつけた温室育ちとは真逆の発想で育てるわ。
Yeah, this is something that only certain people can discuss, really. It is a tough topic. Yeah, some parents do this, and some parents don't. Like, some parents are extremely overprotective of their kids, and there are parents that are, like, more carefree, that they let them do what they want, and they basically just act like animals. I think there needs to be a balance, because yeah, it's true that having your child basically be in a wrapped up in bubble wrap is not a good thing. Obviously, you don't want your child to get hurt, but eventually that child will get hurt, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, like they say, you know, you need to make mistakes to be able to learn. If you don't let the kid make mistakes, then the kid is never gonna learn. But then there's the opposite side, when you let them do whatever you want, and you let them do what they want, and they do make mistakes, but for them it's not mistakes because the parent never said it was a mistake, so they just keep doing it and doing it. So yeah, there needs to be a balance. Well, anyways.
主に外で土いじりをさせたいわね。公園に行ったら基本自分の子供は砂場で遊ばせるわ。
Oh, I'll want my children to play outside and get dirty. I mean, that's a good point. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think so.
いくつになっても人間の資本はまず体。健康そのものでしょ。今の子ってすぐ菌やウイルスに負けちゃうから、まずは幼い頃からそういったものへの抵抗力をつけないと。
Oh, I see now. Good point, I guess.
体の発育や知性の成長が一気に進む5歳からは簡単な勉強をスタートさせるわ。教科は国語1本のみ。英語なんか絶対に教えず、まずは母国語をスムーズにマスターさせるのがここの狙いね。
I mean, makes sense. Makes sense that you should learn your first language first before learning another language. So there's nothing wrong with learning another language at the side. I guess it depends. But I wouldn't say master, because here's the thing. No one masters their own language unless you go into what you call it to be basically like a teacher, language art teacher or something like that. Like, what is it called? Writing? There's academic writing or something like that. Then yeah, maybe you need to master it. But
日常会話の中にもどうしてそう思うのって私は小さな頃から自分で自分の思考と向き合う時間を子供に与えていきたいの。ここをおろそかにしちゃうと私みたいに自分で考えて答えを出すのにひどく億劫な子供になっちゃうから。
wait, so you want them to be better than you? But I mean, that's what most parents want. They want their kids to be better than them. Yeah, that's usually the saying. Usually. You know, it really seems like you've given this a lot of thought.
そう？これくらいどこの家庭でも普通でしょ？
Yeah, I guess, but also, well, no, I seriously doubt it. By the time I was 5, I'm pretty sure I was already wasting my life playing video games.
7歳からは水泳を習わせたいの。体幹も鍛えられるし、地上と水中の温度差に日頃から慣れると免疫力もつくから。
Oh, so you're really into the immune system stuff, huh? Interesting. Swimming is fun.
それから、その頃には
Okay.
同時にそろばんも習わせたいわね。
That's a bit of an extent right there. No one uses that thing anymore. However, I do understand that people should use something other than calculators to figure something out. I agree, but then again, if you see it from a adult point of view, you never write things down. You use the calculator to make things easier, even if you know math. you just use a calculator because it's easier to do it instead of writing things down. Unless you can do it in your head. I mean, many people can do it in their head.
理論的思考力の基盤は数学だからその頃から数字には抵抗がないようにしてあげたいの。
Swimming and abacus. I'm sure there are a lot of other things Mama Saki still want to teach her sons and or daughters. She was raised in a completely different environment than I was, an environment with learning objectives completely foreign to me. But are you sure about this? Even if you raise them strictly when they're little, they can still stray off the path in middle school. I definitely would.
私別に子供をがんじがらめにするつもりなんてないわよ。
Wait. Now I'm confused. So she wants them to be not to be bubbled up when they're young, but she still wants to be strict. Okay, I get it. So it's okay for them to be playing around outside if they want to, and get dirty and stuff. But she still wants to be strict in some areas. I mean, like I said, balance, I guess.
スマホを持たせる年齢にだけは細心の注意を払うとは思うけれど。
True.
それ以外の話なら私は基本的に子供の自主性を尊重するつもりだから。
I think that's what every parent says. And at the end of the day, to an extent, it's never respected. Yeah. I guess the reason is because if a child wants true independence, move out. That's how it basically works. However, I think there are limits, like at certain ages, as you get older, or as the kid gets older, they get a little bit more freedom in quotations. So you wouldn't treat someone that's like 15 or 16 the same way you would treat someone that's 5 or 6. Then again, there are parents that treat their children, regardless of age, basically the same. Yeah, I mean, hey, parenting is parenting. It's up to them. If they want to, everybody raises their children as they want to, as they see right. And are there parents that do it the wrong way? Yeah, of course there are. And there's parents that do it the right way, yeah. But hey, it's their thing. Yeah, it's a tough world out there. Respect their independence, really? But you just talk about how you'll force them to do all this stuff while they're too young to even remember anything.
習い事は嫌ならやめればいいんじゃない？
Really?
私スタートは用意するけれど、本人が嫌なら自分の意思でやめてもらって結構よ。
Okay, that's a good point. That's not bad. So if they want to, you give them a push, but at the end of the day, if they want to continue, it's up to them. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Huh, really?
だって無理やり続けさせても、それってあまり意味がないことだと思うの。そろばんよりもサッカーがやりたいなら、私は別に止めないし。
Okay, that's a good point. Hey, sure, why not? Hey, that's actually not bad. Let the kid choose a few things here and there. Of course, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are things that you probably wouldn't allow your kid to do, but yeah, I mean, hey, that's a good point. So you start with something, but at the end of the day, if the kid wants to do something else, then yeah, let them, I guess. As long as it's something that's safe to do. Obviously, you're not gonna make your kid work. Yeah, or do something illegal, obviously.
もしも他にやりたいことができたなら、私は若いうちからいろいろなことに挑戦してもらいたいわ。
I see. Let them try various things while they're still young and learn from their exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. That's a strategy. My parents tried that with me though, so I know that if you do it well, it has a lot of hidden pitfalls. If you give your kids too much freedom to try things out, they might lose the motivation to get up after the nth failure, you know?
そんなことないと思うけど。
Oh, you seem pretty confident about that.
ええ。自分でやると選択してそれで失敗したのなら、本人もある程度納得がいくでしょ？それって私、大人でも子供でも同じことだと思ってるの。立ち直れないのは よほど自信のあることに失敗した時か、誰かに強制されて悪い結果を生んでしまった場合のどちらかだと思うけれど。
That's a good point.
それまでに自分の意思で物事を決めてきた子なら、きっと予期せぬ挫折を経験してもちゃんと立ち直れると思うの。
Perhaps. Huh, I get the feeling you might put a lot of pressure on your kid once you become a mother.
安心して。別に私、子供の失敗は責めたりしないから。でも多少のプレッシャーを感じる方が私はいいと思う。親にも期待されない子供って、それはそれで難易度高いと思わない？
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you got a point. Having expectations placed on you is a bit tiresome, but you can also serve as motivation, I suppose. One prime example is elementary schoolers who get a big motivational boost when their parents come to cheer them for them on sports day. By the way, how long will you let your kids play video games each day?
1時間ね。
What? That's so bad. Oh no, Mama Saki, you're just made an enemy of gamers all around the world. Wait, so I'm supposed to play this game only for an hour? Okay, I'm still I'm still good, I guess. Is this are visual novels even considered games? Because a lot of people think it's just visual novels. You're reading a story, technically, with visuals. If we did have kids, I'd probably push all the parenting onto you. Yeah, that's being lazy, by the way. As a father, I lead a depraved hedonistic lifestyle to set a bad example for them.
ダメじゃない。それじゃああなたもパパランクは Z で決定ね。
Well. Anyways, as you might expect by looking at her, Saki-san seems to love children. I'm sure she'd be able to handle adult children like me too. I mean, they do say that men never fully grow up to... Hey, have you ever considered a job in nursing? You seem caught out for it.
あら、嬉しいこと言ってくれるわね。
I was only joking when I gave her the mommy C rank. I'm sure any man would be glad to marry her. I spent the afternoon mulling over that thought. Well. I guess where you went out to eat.
ごちそうさまでした。
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna stop right here. That was interesting. Talking about marriage and parenting. Even though the two of you are not even married yet. Or even considering to get married. Even together for a little over a month. I mean, eventually that topic does happen between couples at some point. Like, when are we gonna get married? And how many kids are we gonna have? And etc. Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that topic does happen. Sometimes maybe earlier or later than usual. So sometimes it just happens because it's like a teasing kind of thing. But then, I mean, the question, the conversation they had was pretty serious to the extent. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think there needs to be balance. That's how I see it. You cannot be a little overly protective or overly strict, but also you cannot be too carefree or restrictless. Yeah, there needs to be a balance from both sides. and like I said earlier, like children don't really have much of an independence. So as they grow up, they do get more freedoms in a way, but they don't truly. Here's the thing: the kids, children, they don't really get any freedom until they move out of the house. Then they can do whatever they want. So while they're living under a parent's roof, even if they're adults, by the way, there are limits of what they can do. Yeah. Now that usually happens, but obviously, once they're adults, they usually, at least in theory, they're working and stuff like that, so they can, provide for the house as well. So that's it's a little different. You don't. I think, like I mentioned a little earlier, like you shouldn't treat a child that's 10 the same way as you treat a child that's 15. Like every So often you gotta change a little bit. You can, but like I said, as well, there are indeed parents that do treat their children, regardless of the age, basically the same. And that could be a little bit embarrassing, but then again, like I said, every parent does what they think is right, even though they could be wrong. Yep. Well, anyways, that was interesting. That was an interesting topic to talk about. Well, at least I doubt we'll get into that kind of thing. I mean, I wonder if how the route ends. Does the route end with like marriage? Because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a what is it? Is it prologue or? Oh, I think it's epilogue or something like that. Like what happens afterwards, like post story or something like that about what could happen. At least some visual novels do that. Some, not all. But anyways, that was interesting. That was fun. That was interesting. Yeah, indeed. Heavy indeed. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made this far into the video, leave a like, leave a comment if you liked as well. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one.